Okay, so I'm gonna try to film this video one last time. I've been trying to film this video, but I never like the way it comes out, and whatever. So anyway, a lot of things, strange things have been happening lately. And by the way, if you're interested in these crazy eyelashes, I just did a video about them, so you can check that out. But anyway, I was driving home the night before last, and I was thinking about something inappropriate, and, you know, I thought it, and then thought, yeah, I shouldn't really be thinking about that. As soon as I thought that, I heard this voice, like, in my passenger seat. Mind you, I was driving alone at, like, 10 something at night, and all my windows were up, and, you know, on the freeway, there's no people walking around, and you can't really hear people in the car, you know, in their car from your car, at least not as clearly as I heard whatever this was. And it didn't sound like a normal voice. It almost sounded like robotic, which made it even more creepy. And I have no idea what it said, but it didn't sound pleasant. Like, it wasn't malevolent, but it didn't sound pleasant either. So that, like, really freaked me out. Luckily, I was almost home at that point, because I just could not wait to get out of the car. Then, yesterday, I was driving home, and it was really dark, because, you know, with fall coming, you know, it gets dark a lot quicker. Let's see if it's dark now. Yeah, it's like really dark right now, and it's only 9 o'clock. Usually when I'm leaving work, which would be at 9 o'clock, it's still light out. But it's like overnight, it's just like super dark. Anyway, so by the time I got home, or was driving home, it was really dark, because it was like 10:30, maybe even 11. But anyway, so as I'm about to find a parking space in, you know, the apartment complex parking lot, I see this black thing, and at first I thought it was like a person, because from far away it looked like a bigger shadow or whatever than it was. And as I like approached it, I noticed it was like smaller. So at first I thought I was seeing things, because I mean, it like changed shape and stuff, like from being big to small, and it was moving pretty quickly. But then my next thought was, it might be a cat, because I had just literally seen 2 stray cats before that one, just on the way home. For some reason, in my neighborhood, there's a lot of stray cats and stray people, because there's just like a lot of homeless people by the mall. I don't know why, but there is. So I'm already kind of on high alert, because I definitely don't want to run over a cat. I think that's like the worst animal I could run over, because I really like cats, and I would just feel horrible. So anyway, I parked carefully and slowly, just to make sure if it was a cat, hopefully, you know, it wouldn't get run over. And then I got out of the car, and I looked around to see if I could see an animal, and thank God it was a cat. Otherwise, I'd be like crazy. It was like a really small, like low to the ground cat. I don't know if it was crouching and or just like a smaller framed cat, because there are some cats that have shorter like legs than other cats. I forget the technical name for it, but it's actual birth defect, that they're just like a breed of cats that are shorter legged than others. So I don't know, but it was really black. It had longish fur, and it was pretty tiny. It wasn't a kitten, but it was a tinier, smaller cat. So yeah, I was glad that I wasn't going crazy, but I was really freaked out about it. And like a lot of weird things have been happening lately. I don't know if it's just because I've been really stressed out at work, and I'm moving soon, so, you know, that's always stressful, but not like necessarily in a bad way. It's just because you have so many things to do, you know, packing, cleaning, you know, all that crap. So I'm just like, cannot wait for it to be over with, and so I can get settled and, be away from here because I just really don't like my apartment complex. And where I live, I'm like far away from everybody, so I kind of feel isolated, and that's my fault. But when I moved here, it was for a reason, and actually a couple of reasons, and all the reasons fell through. So financially, I just like I live by myself, and I don't know, like it has a lot of benefits, but the negatives at this point outweigh the positives. So yeah, I'm moving. But anyway, a lot of weird things been happening. People that I haven't heard from in forever just like contact me out of nowhere, and one person in particular just kind of like came out of nowhere, and ironically it was literally the day after I had just like gotten rid of everything that reminded me of the person. So it's just like the timing is always weird, especially with this person. It's always weird because it's always like that. Like the minute I kind of just wash my hands with that person, something happens, and it's just like all over again. But whatever. Weird dreams, problems sleeping, like just like a lot of sleeping issues. Like I just want to sleep all day. I want to stay up all night, and that's what I typically do on the days I have off, which sucks because trying to do the reverse of that, because I work and I work during the day, so I can't sleep all day and stay up all night when I work in the day. So it's just like crazy. I need a night job really bad. So yeah, it's just weird with me. I don't know if it's the same way with other people, but when I have these strange experiences and this like weird electricity in the air, and it's not like a physical feeling in the air, it's just like this weird overall feeling that just things are strange, and I don't know. But it always seems like all these things happen at the same time, and I don't know. I think it's mainly because, like I said, I'm stressed out, and when my energy is high, whether it be a good thing or a bad thing, that's when paranormal, creepy stuff ends up happening. And like the other day, I had almost like a, what do they call that? Sleep paralysis type moment. But it wasn't necessarily like scary like other people, like the experiences they have, but I was fighting getting up because I knew I had to wake up soon for work, and I really didn't want to get up. So it's like, and it always happens when I'm laying on my back for some reason. Like if I wake up on my back, I usually have had like a really intense dream of some sort. So I was on my back, and I really just didn't want to get up, and I kept like going in and out of sleep. And like when I would open my eyes, to be awake, I'd be like halfway in and out of the dream, and it was just like really weird. And the one night I was having heart palpitations, which I haven't had the specific heart palpitation in a long time, and I really liked it that way. It's not a pleasant feeling. I used to have, and if you watched my other video about anxiety and panic attacks and stuff, you already know, but I used to have this weird problem where every time I would try to sleep, the best description, I guess, would be having a panic attack, or I don't know, but it'd be like, kind of like, it's similar to the feeling like when you're about to sleep and then you feel like you're tripping or falling and then you jerk up. I forget what the term is. It's similar to that, but instead of like jerking awake, I have this weird fuzzy feeling, like almost like my whole body is just pulsing and vibrating, and like it freaks me out, and my heart will start racing, and it'll be just when I'm about to fall asleep, but something like startles me, and I'll just wake up in a panic, and just have this weird vibrating sensation throughout my whole body. And that used to happen several times every night, and it happened for the first time in a long time the other night. It was like a week ago maybe. not a good feeling. But anyway, just wanted to get the paranormal experience documented because I'm trying to, document it as best I can, the experiences that I've had. Because as you get older, and I know I'm not old or anything, but as you get older, it gets harder to remember things. And my memory lately has been really weird. And like I said, I don't know if it's just because I'm thinking so much, because I think a lot. Like, I have slight OCD. So it's just like my mind's always going. And I'll literally forget what I did like 10 seconds ago. And I don't know. It's just really weird. And I'm hoping once I move, it'll calm down. But I won't know until it happens. But anyway, if you have any experiences or comments or questions, just put them below. Otherwise, I'm about to go head on my hair, hopefully for the last time.